I want to talk about 10 important things that we really, 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 as a Black community, must talk about and need to know before you relocate. Um, and even especially if you're a retiree, if you're, a little up in age, 50, 60 years old, these are things that are so important to have done before you actually leave the States. One thing is that I come across, and I talk about this in our consultations, is to make sure that you do a living will. And I know we talked about it before, but it's so important because if you have grown children, a lot of times they don't even know what you want to do when that time comes. Some will say, mom said, we had a situation one time with my uncle, and we were saying he wants to be buried as a Muslim. The other side of the family said, no, but he wants to be buried as a Christian. I mean, it was crazy. And these were all their children, and they didn't even know. They didn't even know. And these are things that we must know. We must know to do a living will, especially if you have grown children. What are your last wishes? And have it in writing. Do a Google Drive, make it live, have a discussion about it. But make sure that they understand you want to be buried in Africa, if that's where you're going. And these might be your last days. You want to be buried in Africa. We had an issue where my mom always told me that she wanted to be cremated and her ashes put in the Indian Ocean. Well, the ashes part, that part was new, but she wanted to be cremated. My brother never knew this. He never knew this. However, he knew I'm going to do right by my mom. That wasn't the main issue, but that's just because it's just me and him. It's just two children. Imagine people that have multiple children and nobody knows what your wishes are. Nobody knows if your mom wants to live or get buried in Africa. They might want to be trying to send your body back to the States, and that might not be her wishes. You might want to be cremated, and your siblings be like, oh, heck no, we're going to have a funeral. I want you in a coffin. That needs to be verbally discussed and written down. Yes. But it needs to be explained so that there's no ill feelings. We need to have that conversation. And those are hard conversations that you need to have, but you have to have it done. So if you're trying to relocate, let's have that done. Update your policies. You might be divorced. You might have been married 20, 30 years. You might be divorced and come to Africa, and now you're remarried. Where do you think, do you remember what dependents you had on your policies? If you have new children, is your children listed as a dependent on the policy? Do you have that clearly written out on the policies? And I'm talking about your life insurance policies. I remember even for myself, and I'm in the States, when my father passed away, he just got married maybe 2 years prior before he passed away. And he had his wife as the main dependent, of course, but his children, he has in a note that the wife will disperse the money.
Disseminate. Yeah.
Do you think that happened?
Mm.
No, that did not happen. His children got nothing. I'm not going to get mad about it, but his children got nothing. His grandchildren didn't get anything. And he had a nice, healthy policy. So please make sure that your policies are clear and able to be understood no matter who picks it up. It's clear, everything is documented clearly. You want this going here, your grandchild got this, your whoever got that. Make sure it's clear and update it. I know, and some people update their policies often. Maybe you want to increase it because you're going overseas. My mom had made some changes on hers probably 6 months before she passed away. It's mind-blowing. Like, anyway, but those things need to be, make sure that those things happen. Make sure someone knows where to find the hard copy of your policies. Because what happens is everything is on our tablets, on our phones. When you pass away, no one's allowed in there. It's locked up. You have to go to maybe whoever and try to show death certificates and get
for them to give you permission. You have to get permission. Show a death certificate and something else. I can't remember.
A marriage license showing that you're the wife or you're the husband. Listen, don't make things so darn complicated. Make sure someone knows where to find the hard copy of your policies. Even if, and then send a soft copy when you do your living will, send a soft copy to the family or to someone. That's the next point, to have that point of contact, that emergency POA. It could be the oldest child or whoever is responsible. Send them send them a copy of your policy. So if anything happens to you, they know what to do. Also, if you have medical issues and you know it already, what's the word?
Presuppose
something, reoccurring issues. Have your medical plan in place. Are you doing a DNR? Are you older and you're tired of struggling with whatever you're going through?
Pre-existing,
yes.
Thank you, Sister.
Sharuf was on.
Thank you, Grapple.
My assistant helps. She on live and she's still helping. But please, I shouldn't have read that text. It irked me. But make sure that if you need a DNR, you don't want to resuscitate anymore, or maybe you've had heart issues, or maybe you got a tongue ring and you can't have that. I'm sorry, this is really emotional for me. I'm like, my words is all over the place.
Well,
just have your medical plan in place.
Just have your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Have your ducks in a row.
Your emergency contact person. Who do you want called if something happened to you over there? And who should someone call if you're going missing or something happened to you over here? You want to make sure you have a person in place. Like I know Tony's wife, he told her if anything ever happened to him, go see brother John. Go talk to him. Go to him. He made sure that she had someone
to go to
in the community,
right,
that would be able to help her go to X, Y, and Z.
And really quickly, shout out to Brother John and his beloved wife, Sister Alberta. I don't mean to put them on the spot, but thank God for them. Thank God for them. As my wife was saying, that they got the call, the information, and they responded and have continued to respond to this very point. And it's not an easy thing. But we are grateful for them.
Yeah.
Very grateful for them. And they truly are a blessing. So I had to make acknowledgement of them for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the last point was to just put someone over your affairs in the States. Someone fair, someone that knows your whole being of what you truly desire, that they will make sure that that's going to be implemented. Put that person in place before you leave. That living will should be in their hands. Any of the of your life, any of your policies should be in their hands. Those things should be with somebody that can easily say, okay, this happened, boom, this is what we got to do. We know the whole plan. We know the whole layout. and for me, I just really feel like that's so important. Those things made life so much easier. Just speaking about my own personal journey when my mom passed away, it was because of her making sure that she had those things in place that we were able to come to Kenya, and we were able to have a smooth transition. We were able to have a homecoming for her without any problems, any issues. It was the most beautiful experience, and it's the worst experience of my life. But it was the most beautiful experience that I can ever wish for. So I'm really trying to make sure that this sister had that kind of experience with our community. And you talk.
Yeah, it's hard, but these are the, and as I, mentioned in the description, we talk about the joys of relocating, coming to the mother continent, starting afresh, starting anew. And, it's joyous, it's celebratory. And we get this opportunity, and we come across this newfound way of living. And, it's easy to, I guess, get away from, okay, still got to operate and do these things as we were in my niece's trying to and wherever we're from. And so, I was always taught that death is for the living, for the death is at rest. The death is at peace, or the dead is at peace. And the lesson is for the living. It is a reminder to us. And so even though that individual who we were connected with or connected to is no longer physically with us, he or she leaves behind something that we can move forward on and with. And so this is, in this instance, one of those things.